Hey YouTube, it's Brian from Mbuna Aquariums, and bringing you my last video for 2017. And it's appropriate that I show the mighty Mbuna Aquarium. Haven't showed this aquarium in a while. I've been doing some different things to it and trying out different things as well. As you can see, first of all, the scape is different. I took out all but one of the cichlid stones. Took out the fake plants. Just went more with more open areas for the fish to swim, and less area for them to fight over territory and like hiding spaces. So seeing how that goes in terms of the aggression, and long-term plan is to I'm looking to add some more fish in this aquarium. Also like to note too that this aquarium is now 2 years old. I believe I got it set up. The tank was a gift for my son, Christmas gift 2 years ago, and we got it set up right before the new year, 2 years ago. So 2 years old. Seen a lot of changes, a lot of things going on with this tank. Lost fish over the years. So been keeping African cichlids, mainly Mbuna now, for a little bit over 2 years because I had some of these fish in another aquarium, and then as they were outgrowing it, increased to a 55. Looking back on things and what I've learned in those last 2 years is, oh yeah, I also wanted to note too, this is the first time I'm doing an egg tumbler. They are yellowtail ACI eggs, and we stripped the female just today and put those eggs in the egg tumbler. Got a lot of eggs in there, so I'm going to see how that turns out. Normally I let them carry in their mouth for about 3 weeks, and then I strip her manually. My son got this as a Christmas present, so try to use it. So going back on, over 2 years now, keeping Mbuna, I've learned a lot. As normally they are very aggressive fish. I talked about upgrading the tank size to a 55. Looking back on it, I would go bigger. I just think with how aggressive these fish are and the more space they need to swim around with, and fight over that territory that they make their own. That people say 55 is the minimum, and I totally agree. But I would go at least 75 or 90, in my opinion, with what I've learned over the last 2 years. Also, what I've learned too is, when you mix males and females, you're going to have deaths, especially if you don't have the right ratio of males to females. Should always have more females if you're going to have females in the tank than males, because they do breed, and they breed like rabbits, man. I've had a lot of fry, and that's one of the joys of keeping these fish too. They can breed very easily, and it's great to grow out the fry and take care of them as well and watch them grow up. Like I said, I have deaths in this tank due to the aggression. Some fish I had for almost 2 years got killed recently, and somewhat it's nice to have the fry is I can start replacing some of those fish too. So, but that's where I'm at today, and there's been times in these last 2 years too I felt like ripping the aquarium down and not ever keeping African cichlids, but it is challenging. And then recently, what I've recently learned is, I was always reluctant to replace fish. Like, I would hear people say they got rid of very aggressive male fish or whatever. I just recently started doing that. After having too many deaths, I had a red zebra that was very aggressive, and I rehomed him, took him to a local fish store, got store credit, and I'm noticing now too, I have a Demasoni that is in that cage. I don't know if I saw it yet in this video or not, but very aggressive. She's a female, and I've had her in that thing now for like a week. And I've let her out a couple times, and she just goes nuts. I let her out today to see how she would be, and she's picked 3 different fish she started fighting with, circling around like really aggressive. So I'm going to rehome her as well, and it's a constant, challenge, or just trying to get the balance in here right. So, but not giving up, and looking forward to 2018. All right, comment, like, and subscribe.